Evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Matthew, and I'm playing Clever Stitch, the Tabaxi Arcane Archer.
Megan, I'm playing Saride, the Eladrin Glamour Bard.
Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Mars. I'll be playing Talroth Oakenblade, Wood Elf Scout.
And I'm Kez, and I'm going to be playing Treasure Glitterhoof, the Tiefling Fighter.
welcome, everybody. We are very happy to have you guys here with us. Let's see, got the background music running. It might be a little quiet, but we'll give it a shot. So I think, we might be doing a giveaway tonight. I think we should be because
It's Gygax Day.
It's Gygax Day. Is it?
Yeah,
Is it Gygax Day?
today is Gygax's birthday.
Aw. Well, then yes. We are doing a giveaway today. Caitlin just remembered, because I just remembered. And it's it's our last Disasters show in of July. And we haven't done our Norse Foundry giveaway of July. So hashtag Gygax will definitely be our hashtag for that. We'll probably do it at the break, which is usually around 9:30. So stick around for that, or go join our Patreon. Even at a $1 level, you always get an entry to do those things. So that's our big announcement for right now. I will find the coins at some point and show them to you guys, because we're professionals here. We remember things.
Yeah.
North Foundry.
Exactly. Yeah. So other than that, which is very exciting, we have started the first steps in our Project Eberron life. So we've started a mega game playtest. If you guys haven't heard about Project Eberron, it's something that we are doing on a second Discord channel. If you guys are interested, message us, reach out to us. We're trying to. Ooh, let's do this. Let's see. Oh, we found the coins. All right, let's see if they were right there. But I couldn't stand up. Okay, let's do our beauty blogger best here. So.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Can you see it? Yeah. Look at that.
Ooh.
Boom. And the bit. Yes, I know how to manipulate. So there's those. There's also some fun ones like this, right? Yeah.
Okay.
There are these really awesome kind of moon coins. Don't hide my mouth, then it will see it. I feel like a Power Ranger doing this.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah. Exactly, because they always had the hand behind it.
Yeah, the hand behind.
Yeah, exactly. The original
there are
Rangers.
Two types of people. You're either a Power Ranger or a beauty blogger.
Yep. So we've got a set of these coins. They are metal. They are really well made. They do a great bit of clinky clink.
That's how you know it's some good coins.
That's how you know
That's
some
true.
good coins. I just dropped some of them on the floor, so
Oh, what fun.
you'll get those too.
Wait. Heads up or heads down?
This is gonna look awkward, but let's find out.
I believe in you.
I don't know if that's a head or not.
I'm gonna go Power Ranger real quick. I'm gonna say that's. What's the other
Head?
side look like? What's on the other side? Because if that's the 5 and the other side is.
That's a face. No.
Okay, I'm gonna say the other side is heads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this
Yeah,
one.
heads.
Okay.
That. Yeah, and the other side. Oh, that was a good spin. I'm gonna say that was the other side. Yeah.
Tails. I think we
I
have
believe
one head
so.
and one tail.
All right,
Maybe?
it's going to be an interesting season.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And by that, I mean episode.
So now this
By
one
that, I mean Sarang
legitimately
probably
has a
died.
head, and the other
That's
side is a
fair.
tree. So like
Oh,
like
that one's
like,
kind of
yeah,
Yeah.
that'll work. But these are from their Elven coin line over at Norse Foundry.
Okay.
Yeah. So absolutely love those. I have to say I am kind of partial to the ones with like the hole in them or like the little tree ditty.
Yeah.
Especially how in Storm King's Thunder, we're in Waterdeep now, and looking at the coins from Waterdeep they're all fucking weird. Like, they're like hourglass shape, moon shape, anything a circle? No. Why would we
Fuck
do
circles.
that? Yeah. And they definitely have like Electrum as a thing, which is awful. Just absolutely awful. And they have a coin, it's like the Electrum version of something above platinum. So it's like, yeah, it's like 5 platinum or something. Yeah,
Oh,
Ew.
God.
The Lords of
But-
Waterdeep always have to make things confusing.
they really, really do. Any other announcements before we get into stuff tonight?
Starting August, well, not debuting on August 1st, CFC Arts production of Midsummer Night's Dream will be available for purchase and download. I directed it. It has voice talents from a lot of different people in Central Florida and across the country, including this Chuckle Disaster, Matthew. Is really, really lovely. Billy over from Indigo Chameleon also has a bit of a role. And some other people from Indigo's channel. It's a really phenomenal work. They do yourself a favor. It's one of the best Midsummers you're ever going to listen to. So
That's cool.
It was fun. It was fun. Definitely check it out.
Nice. Who was Billy in that one? I didn't realize he was.
Theseus.
Is he? Oh, that. Yeah.
He sounds like you can hear the speedo in his voice. That he is the most oversexed Duke of Greece that's ever existed. Yeah.
That
Delightful.
sounds perfect.
Him
Absolutely.
and Jessica. Him and Jessica.
Oh, gee.
That sounds tremendous. I can't wait to hear it. Cool, guys. Let's.
Oh, I think.
Oh, yes. Kez,
Yeah.
please.
Since we were speaking about patrons before, we can still talk about the fact that if you sign up for being a patron, that also will get us a little bit closer to that 30 patron count for the art giveaway.
That's right. That is a full body color piece, no background, from Kez, who has done some art for us in the past. If you guys haven't seen some of her work, check out the Instagram. I know we feature a lot of it on there, and I think we have some links over to her stuff as well. Hopefully we can put that up in the chat. They're absolutely phenomenal. The last giveaway she helped us out with doing for our patrons was an absolute blast. It was a joy to see, and we're excited to continue doing that. And she also did our really awesome, was it full team, like portrait piece.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool. Stay on me, camera. Just because I go like that doesn't mean you should focus off of me. On me. Okay. Sorry, cameraman and I are not getting along today. Let's get to it. Our adventure takes place in the continent of Lickdracht. It is a land of myth, of legend. It is a land of fate and destiny. A land bereft of gods. A land ruled by mortal ambitions and the myths that they spawn. Our heroes are members of the Magnus Exploratorium, a college, an institute of higher learning dedicated to anthropology and archaeology to discover the secrets of this lost land. They have joined an expedition to a legendary place far to the northwest of where their current home is, known as the Forge. If reports are to be believed, this is the home, a place which pieced together mythic weapons known as the Arms of the Faith. They are weapons and items that have impacted those destined to wield them and the world around them, the world at large. And so we look to... Did I give you guys a leaving date? I believe it was
The first of the month.
That's when you guys were prepping, and I think
And we had 4 days, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was like the
days.
7th. It's either the 5th or the 7th. I would have done, because I don't think I made you wait to the 10th.
Yeah.
Let's leave on the 7th. There we go. Done. You guys are setting out on the 7th of Champions.
Champions, got it. Thank
Yep.
you.
The middle of the summer months. And that is where you guys will be. That is from which you guys will be setting out. So this is your last moment. Is there anything left that you want to go and look at? No magic shops today. You guys have already been through all of those. Anything else?
Did I ever buy the? I think I bought a bunch of we bought a bunch of arrows, right?
You can
Yeah.
go ahead and check off any expenditures of arrows that you would like to make.
Because I know we bought I bought like 60 arrows of quivers, and then we bought the 20 of the +1s.
Yes. There you go.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure we have between the two of us, me and Clever Stitch,
Wait, what now?
got you more arrows.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
How many?
Thinking of you.
How many of which kind? The regular arrows?
Essentially, 30 regular arrows
Got it.
and 30 regular arrows and 10 +1 arrows.
Thank you. Perfect. Got it. If you would like to, keep more of those regular ones, I already had 87. So
Yeah, I'll just take the 60 regular arrows then.
yeah.
My bad.
At one point, I was like, I'm just gonna buy a shit ton of them. It's fine. That's all I'll be carrying around.
I do appreciate the anticipation of
Yep.
arrow need. What happened, Saride? Are you okay?
There's a dragonfly by my head trying to get outside.
Oh,
Scared me.
oh. Do you need to let him out?
I'm trying. He's not leaving.
Oh.
Have you rolled an animal handling check?
I don't have any. I opened the door and he won't leave. Now he's just flying above my head.
Dragonflies are good luck. They're very sweet and very good luck. Good. I'm glad I convinced you of that. It's true.
Very
You just-
thoroughly convinced,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, clearly my persuasion stat not super great. You guys meet up on the morning of the 7th. Screebers, to his promise, is very punctual. He is standing there in his Magnus Exploratorium robes. He has his backpack on. His Fu Manchu kobold beard has been brushed, and you can tell. Well, Saride can probably tell. Treasure too. The boys maybe not. That he seems to have braided, then decided against braiding, and then went back and rebrushed them out. He woke up early and did his best to be presentable for you guys.
I've done that too. You try
Yeah.
to curl the hair, it doesn't work. You're like, fuck it, I'll just go wavy.
Yep, we're just gonna go wavy. Exactly. Along with Screebers is your sister expedition, the one that is being led by Wyatt. Okay. As you guys are there, you can see that there is a long train of caravan wagons. The expedition probably numbers about 16 wagons, not counting your own 3. For a wagon of people, there's a wagon of supplies, and then another wagon of tools, food, clothes, everything that they could possibly need. All of their wagons are covered in preparation for the weather that is ahead. And at the head of the train, there is 2 wagons of the Wildlanders. The large humanoid barbarians, nigh the size of Goliaths, each adorned with a bit of adamantium on their person. Do you guys have written anywhere the name of their leader? I believe you met them way back in like session 2. Maybe even session 1.
Is it?
Tower
Wait, sorry.
of Venom?
Can you?
He was talking to Alvaro when we met Wyatt. It was during that little.
Oh,
It was the first day.
Well, you met them at the
Then I
bar
wasn't
before
there.
that too.
Yeah, but we didn't get
Get him.
names there.
Okay.
Then yeah, I wasn't there for that one.
Oh my god, where's my notebook? I know I have this.
Because the earliest name I have is Olga the Alchemist, Colette the Quartermaster, Professor Renatal, great, Bronda Frey, etc., etc. So mine is from like session 2 on.
Mm-hmm.
My early session notes are at the studio.
Ooh, what fun!
They're over there. So the leader of the Wildlanders is present, but you can see that it is primarily his lieutenant that seems to be running the show on the side there. And you guys, as you guys are approaching, you can see Wyatt and a couple of other individuals are going down the line of wagon caravans.
Was it up there?
And are making preparations and checks through all of their stuff. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Forget about it. It's okay.
I'll probably walk up to Screebers and just, hey, Screebers, how you doing today?
Screebers is good! Screebers is ready!
The other one.
That is damn good to hear, Screebers.
That is very true. So, tell Screebers,
Yes.
what name of your party am I joining? Who is Screebers joining?
I'll let somebody who's a little better at speaking words let you know, just to kind of make it a little more professional sounding. Sarad, Treasure?
You are not good at speaking words. How does Screebers understand you? Oh. Screebers.
The Archivists. We're called the Archivists.
Oh. Screebers processes that for a moment. You can see him wanting to ask who calls you that, but then he starts to put it together that, oh, that's what you want to be called. Okay. All right. Good. And then and like he's, he works it out on his own and goes, So Screamers is archivist.
Yes. Head archivist.
Head archivist. Oh.
No, that's not true. We don't have levels, but once we do, we'll definitely take your application into consideration.
Screamers feels like you lied to Screamers, and now he will put that down for your review. Remember, 30 days. 30 days is
Wilder leader is Grat the Skull Cleaver.
There he is. I knew he was a skull cleaver.
Notes.
The Kenny
Just had to
Bone
find-
Skull Cleavers.
That's
Speaking
right.
of figuring out what our name is, do we all have patches that we have been forced to sew onto our clothes yet?
Well, I think that was, again, up to you guys. If you were being supported by or sponsored, like a Formula One team, by Tsusuma's Enchanted Blades.
But we could do it individually. It wasn't like all or nothing, right?
Right.
Yeah, but also I'm poor, so I want a discount. So I will be putting a brought to you by logo,
Okay. All right.
carving it into my bow, and like
Okay.
dyeing all of my arrow feathers to be like brought to you by.
Who's it? The end of the arrows. You've been killed by
Yeah.
an arrow.
They're all
courtesy of-
dyed. They're all dyed. Because did we decide? Was it a blue flame? Or was
You
it-
guys had some choices of blue and red icons. I just
Look,
found
we
like.
barely cobbled together our name. The icon will come quick.
Okay. Well, I'm not rushing you guys, but you know.
I'm rushing us so that we make a decision. Otherwise, we won't.
That's true. We'll let you guys know as the game goes on, as they vote behind the scenes, which icon that they want. So, Screevers, yeah, he is excited. He will sew a patch on or do something crazy like that, should it be appropriate.
Love that.
Within a few minutes, Wyatt does make his way over to you all. I'm so glad you all were able to join us. We hope to make good time today. We're about 5 days from Eastern Crossroads. So, hopefully, this initial leg of the journey will be smooth, and there shouldn't be too much need for you. But it's still reassuring to have you all present. Are you ready to make way?
Yes. Is there a particular position in the caravan you'd like us to be?
For now, given your proficiency for violence, why don't you all take up the rear as the Wildlanders are leading, and their own martial skill is not to be understated. We'll keep the soft-footed of us, the intellectuals, towards the center, and if you all would not mind, as some of you are capable of, traveling alongside and helping keep an eye out on the train. Alright. Wagons
Just
west.
gonna say,
Westward ho! Sorry, go ahead.
Treasure's gonna say hi to Mr. Skull Cleaver because I remember he actually really enjoyed her hair.
That's right.
just to see how they've been doing during all this craziness of like not being able to leave on time and
Make a. You know what? You don't need to. There's no fail state to it. Trying to get better at that. As you look at them, the Wildlanders, for their part, look very happy to be on the road, but the 3 months in town has made them a little pudgy. They definitely have quarantine bellies, but let's be clear, they've gone from like 2% body fat to like 10, right? Like it's not like they're wearing fat suits, right? We're not talking the end of
Thor. It's not Fat Thor.
yeah, it's not fat it's not Fat Thor, but whereas before you could wash your clothes on their abs and pectorals, now things are a little tighter, they're a little snugger. They haven't needed to be out running the wilds, and they've been living on the school's dime, so they've been eating and drinking for 3 months straight. Of course they're a little softer, but as far as attitude goes, Skullcleaver is, all of his men are eager to be returning west, and he and his men and women, all of their group is definitely on board. Their war beasts, they, rather than having horses, have sort of these large primal rhino-looking creatures that are dragging their like a dire rhino. So that armor is it's a little sharper. The horn is instead of being just sort of large and round, it's got a little more of a fine point to it. The shoulder armor and blades, and so those two wagons are their beasts are also a bit pudgy, for lack of a better word. But yeah, Skullcleaver and his troop are prepared to go. And granted, do remember, this was half. The 2 wagons stayed, 2 wagons left a few months back, as the Exploratorium agreed to get them the military assistance that they had requested. So, word is you guys have something of a 2 to 3 month journey, depending on mountains and weather. And so you begin to set out. The days creep along, and the initial leg of your journey leads you to the north. As you guys are going, I believe we have some potential roles we may be doing. We might not do it in this leg of the journey, but let's just sort of assign those for the night anyway. A guide in charge of all decisions concerning route, rest, supplies, survival, and wisdom. I believe that is usually our Eric Cochran friend. Yes? Good.
Usually.
Scout relies on stealth and investigation. There we go. Yep. Sounds good. Hunter relies on survival checks.
I have a negative
again.
1.
No.
I can help with hunting if it comes down to it.
Because I have a good stealth and a good investigation, but I cannot survival to save my ass.
So
I
if
have
you
a three. I have a 3 survival.
if you want to take scout and somebody else can take,
I can assist with scout. Because I don't have proficiency in investigation, so it's just a +2. So I can assist Talroth.
so who's my hunter? Saride?
I think it's Saride or
Yeah.
Treasure.
The +3.
Yeah.
I have a +1, so I can
Okay,
assist.
then yeah, Saride.
All right. So Saride, you're Saride the hunter. Saride, you are in charge of meals. Yeah,
What?
finding food in the wilds.
Get us food.
That's your job.
Oh god.
What have we done?
And look out.
Berries. That's it.
Look out, somebody
It's
who's...
okay, Sarai. Just make sure it's edible, and I'll make sure it's dead. How does that sound?
There you go.
There we go. Lookouts are perception. That's what you need,
I
perception.
have a 2, so I can do that one, I guess.
Oh, that.
Yeah, but we don't have anybody to food then.
Okay. My perception's an 8.
Okay, so you'll be the lookout, and Treasure will do the hunting.
All right.
So, and Clever Stitch, if you have nothing you're responsible
Nope.
for, you can assist somebody at your...
All right.
Which I'm guessing is probably Treasure.
Yep.
Doing the hunting.
It will literally be a detriment, but I will help.
I assume
Well, it
by
just
providing
gives her-
the assist action.
yeah, no, that's true.
Ow, ow, ow. What was that? What was
It's a
that?
dragonfly. It's good luck.
Not a dragonfly. If it's something so small it can live in my jeans and it bites me, it's not a dragonfly. I don't know what
Its name
just...
is-
A miniature dragonfly?
Found another coin. All right.
Some might call them babies. I call them pile. Please continue.
Traveling north from Dorian's Dawn is a picturesque sight. Occasionally there are small bits of rolling hills, but Dorian's Dawn is nestled in the flatlands between the central scales and their foothills further to the east. It is beautiful farmland with a number of large farming stables and houses, large communities that pass through. As you guys ride through, occasionally young men and women, some children, or denizens of these farms will ride out to the road and have fruit for sale or small bits of treats. Sometimes they have like meats that they'll sell you, and these are very much just sort of the stuffs produced by the farms that are usually eaten by the denizens there. A lot of this stuff you're familiar with. It gets shipped down to Dorian's Dawn, out to Nicovaria and Noval Brectus. And so you're seeing now the farms. If it was modern day, it'd be like the sticker, the orange from California. And you'd be like, oh look, it's that farm. Yeah. Hello, farm. Right. So it's kind of cool in that way. There are some beasts of burden, but as you guys are traveling, you do begin to hear some small questions being asked. People don't necessarily ask you guys directly, because you're not at the head of the caravan, and Wyatt is somewhere towards the middle himself. But you're able to pick up chatter, especially on the evening of the third day, of a couple of the farms that were destroyed and ransacked a few weeks back. About which you would know lines up in the timeline of when Harold Volton and his crew escaped from Dorian's Dawn. Reports are purely of lizard folk that had made their way through here, and the community is banding together to help these two particular families. As you guys take up camp on the third night, there is a large sort of fairground field that is left empty. One of, as you've been told, one of the local druids has told the farmers to let this land rest for a year, for a season. And so they haven't grown anything on it, and you're able to make a lovely camp in the evening. And some of the families have come out. There's a small sort of festive feel to the summer. Not a lot of work to be done on the farms at this particular point. The crops are growing. They tend them for bugs and things like that. But for the most part, things are going well, going smoothly. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do on this night of festivity?
Yes. What are there games of chance around?
So there are some small like farm games of chance. These are more along the lines of like wagon wheel spearing. So it's a wagon wheel that they've essentially painted different like point values in, and you chuck a spear as it rolls, and earn points.
I'm there.
Okay, great.
I'll jump in on that.
Yeah, there's that. They also have it is a flour bag toss. So it's like small sacks of burlap sacks of flour, and it's sort of like darts or like a cornhole game.
Yes.
But you toss them and you score points, but every time you toss it, flour pours out of the bag. So once all the flour is out of your bag, you can't toss it anymore. So it's a mix between like how hard do you throw it? Do you just take the small points on the edges, right? So you can just kind of drop it there, or do you try to go for more points? Then the flour's out of your bag. It's that sort of thing.
Interesting.
I like it.
Sarai's playing somewhere.
And there is definitely there's a farm sort of
Dad band.
I was gonna say like a family band, so a little more like the Partridge Family, right? Like mom has a lovely sort of singing voice. One of the daughters has a tambourine. Dad has, if you're playing the violin or the fiddle, Dad has like a guitar or a lute or something to sort of jam out with you. Mostly country dancing songs. Those are the numbers they kind of know, and you can tell that they play by like ear and memory. So certain styles or fanciful ideas, they're like, I'm just gonna twang along. Those of you that would like to play the spear tossing game, you get 3 spears. So it is going to be, or 3 javelins. So I think those are the same proficiency either way.
So you get a spear.
Yeah. So you guys can make 3 attack rolls with the spear. and yeah, let me. If you knock over the wheel, you lose all your points for that round. So you have to throw it like into the rolling ring. It's a little harder than it looks, but let's go ahead and take the first round of spear chucker.
Okay, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Oh, you go first.
All right. Sirach walks up. All right, how much for a throw?
Master Bird, we just we play for pies mostly, so a small shilling,
All right.
2 coppers to to thank the lovely wife Entel for her tremendous pie making skills. But
Okay, so
more of a
this is what I want to do.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off twice. I didn't mean to. I want to kind of flip a gold to him,
Oh,
a gold piece, and
Alright.
say, "Keep the change." But at that moment, I want to look around and I want to see if anyone's like, if there's anyone like looking at me having just tossed a gold piece and being a little plump bird boy, being like, "That's a target."
Okay. Make a make an insight check.
Insight. 12.
Nobody looks like you're a target to be robbed.
Okay.
It looks like a couple of the younger men that are that work these farms would really like to show your rich birdness up at their spear tossing game, but
Yeah.
but none of them seem inclined to rob or steal from you.
Okay. Then I will grab a spear
Okay.
and throw.
First toss. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
That's 13 plus my dex. 4 for 17, and then my proficiency bonus for +3, so that brings me to a 20.
A 20. Okay, nicely done. So on a 20, you're gonna score 5 points on the first throw. So the rings are there are 8 rings total. So there is one that is worth 10 points, 2 that are worth 5, 2 that are worth 2, and 2 that are worth 1, and then 2 that are worth -5.
I don't want those.
Yeah.
All right, so my first one nets me a 5.
Yep. So Tauroth, you want to check your first spear there?
All right. Yeah, I'll pay him the couple copper,
Okay.
and just kind of twirl the javelin around, throw the first. That is a total 25.
25. Okay. Yeah, you hit the 10 ring on that one. Absolutely. The two guys two of the better throwers. There are some other people that are throwing. If you knock down the thing, that's the second way you get -10 if you knock it down. Right? They get 2 points each, so they're a little behind, but not bad. And it should be noted that you guys are like lined up. So as the wheel rolls down the path, you're all throwing the spear at it at the same like instant.
Got it.
Second spear. Here we go.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Oh, did you nat 20? Because I got a 19. That would just, you bastard. Yeah, I got 26.
26. Okay.
28.
28. Okay. So Mars, with your if it's a natural 20, you actually knock someone else's spear out of the way as you throw it through the 10 ring. Eric, yours goes through the 10 ring as well. The guy who lost his spear is clearly out. The second guy picks up 5 points, so he's only at 7, so it's pretty much between the two of you at this point. So third spear, here we go.
Okay, 15 for 22.
22 also.
22 also. Okay, so that one is worth 5 points to each of you, and the one of the other young men picks up 5 points as well. And so I think Talroth is our spear chucker winner for the moment. Yes.
Nice.
You are presented with a delicious smelling elderberry pie, half of it. They have a number of pies lined up, and they're just sort of, the games continue. Is anybody interested in playing the flower toss game? You want to play flower toss? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way we're gonna play flower toss is you're gonna start with a D12.
Okay. This one. A 9.
A 9. Okay. So the other two people that you are playing, is anybody else playing flower toss? No. All right. The other two people you are playing with roll a 6 and a 7. 6 and a 7. And so they actually lose a bit more flour out of their bag than you do. So you can, because you rolled a 9, you get to roll a d10 next time. You rolled over an 8. They rolled a 6 and a 7, so they're going to have to roll d8s. They just plopped some flour out there. Cody making up games of chance on the spot.
Yep.
Why not?
I got a 6.
Oh, okay. You win because both these guys on their d8s roll 2s. Yeah. So, well, they're gonna get to roll a d4 next time. You're gonna roll a d6, but they are not.
I imagine they just look like when you're trying to put a water bottle back into a cooler.
Yeah.
And it's just water everywhere except where it's supposed to go.
What it looks like is like they both talk, like they're like, oh, you're gonna go? I'm gonna. Oh no, you go ahead. No, I don't want to. You go. And then they both throw it at the same time, and they like hit midair, and there's just flour everywhere, and like the crowd is like, oh, right? It's definitely one of those reactions of things. So they have to roll a d4 to keep rolling at this point. They have to roll a 4.
While this is happening and I'm playing, can I prestidigitation small gusts of wind to disperse the flour particles as quickly as possible?
Sure.
Because flour is flammable.
Yes. Yeah. They're keeping an eye on it.
The whole place could go up like a keg.
Absolutely. Ooh.
That's part of the game of chance, Megan.
Yeah.
Does the small farming community explode into a blaze of glory or not?
And they blame it on Volton. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see you. I see you, farmers. I know that.
All right.
Oh,
They're
what
just
is-
working that life insurance. I got a 5.
You got a 5. Okay, you get to keep rolling a 6. They're still in it because they both rolled 4s.
Oh.
So they get to keep going. Now, you can tell that it's now that it's a little smaller. It's a little easier for them to toss around. So
Another 5.
another 5. One of them continues with the 4. The last guy is out on the 2. You are winning on points, but we get one more toss. If you nat 1, then he has a chance to win. I actually don't think that's true, but we'll see. 4. Okay. The last guy's bag flops open. He rolled a 3. So I think your next closest competitor is 7, 14, 20 points. How many points did you score?
I wasn't keeping track.
You outrolled them literally every time. You're fine.
I got a 9.
You outrolled them literally every time. You
Okay.
are
It was a
absolutely
9,
okay.
6, 5, 5, 4.
Yeah, okay. 15, 20, 25, 29.
Definitely.
Well done. So you win a belt. You win a eagle embossed belt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A belt of storm giant strength.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one of the people is a leather worker, and they just have sort of random prizes, things that they didn't sell at market and stuff like that, and so there are some other little games of chance. There's probably like a fishbowl toss somewhere around here, but yeah.
I found Sir Rock's pet for the rest of the campaign. Ding, 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 ding.
Sirach's beast companion.
Yes.
Goldfish in a bag.
He grows up to be a dire goldfish, though.
Oh, absolutely. Because you set him free and he just takes over the lake.
Mhm. So the night is very pleasant. It is a great moment to see communities outside of the major cities that are and the joy that they can and have and do experience. As you guys are wrapping up the evening, the Wildlanders nearly eat this poor barbecue man out of house and home, but they are grateful and impressed. They impress them. In the
Treasure
morning. Go ahead, Treasure.
during this time, Treasure would have been dancing to Sarai's music. She would have grabbed whatever poor, unfortunate individual was nearby whose ass was not bolted to something.
You get many a lad and lass up and dancing. There is not quite square dancing, but there's definitely the like wagon wheel circle dance of Cotton Eye Joe that happens. There's a few of the like weird promenade dances where everybody lines up on the sides and claps at you as you make your way down the center aisle. It is a good time.
I just need you to know the only song I'm hearing is from Back to the Future 3, where ZZ Top is in that is in the pagoda like.
Oh, double back.
Yeah.
That's all I'm hearing right now.
Oh, and if she sees somebody that's extra frumpy about it, like Wyatt, oh, she's extra drawing him into this noise.
Wyatt remains on the edges, but he seems to very much be enjoying himself. He make me an insight check, Treasure.
Nat 1. I don't think I care.
You do not care. You do not care. You drag Wyatt into the dancing fray. He dances for a little bit, but he at an opportunity will sort of stealthily kind of sneak back and away. He stays on the fringes. He watches.
Do I catch what Treasure's doing? Just getting people to try to dance with her?
I'm sure you do. Yeah, your javelin tossing game is not that long, and her dancing I think is an all-night affair. So yeah, absolutely.
I'll start trying to get some people, just kind of nudge into them and just kind of, hey, go on, get your ass in there, go dance with her, have some fun.
Okay.
And just try to talk them into it, but maybe check what's in their pockets at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a sleight of hand check if you'd like.
These poor people gamble with coppers, and this man is like, let me check their pockets.
Only if it's people from our caravan. If it's the farmers, I'm not fucking with them.
Okay, never mind.
okay.
Only
I
if
understand
it's from our
now.
caravan.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
And that is a 22.
A 22. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a percentile.
$92.
92. Ooh. Okay.
You guys just got some freshman's journal or something.
I'll say that you scope out the area for a while, and you find what is probably the guy with the largest purse. That hasn't locked it in like a trunk. Some of these guys have different amounts of walking around money. He seems to be one of the upperclassmen, a compatriot, so to speak, of Wyatt's. And looks like he has the heaviest purse out and about. Gonna give him... Okay. Yeah, with everything that's going on, even as kind of cautious as he is or can be, you are able to slip his purse off of his belt. There are 160 gold pieces in it. So yeah, if you want to keep that, that's up to you.
I'll just hang on to it for the meantime, just for safekeeping.
Okay. So.
And did I notice that he did this?
Unless your passive perception's over 22.
Okay, not yet.
Then I don't suspect so.
Okay.
So, the rest of the night passes. There is a bit of a commotion after midnight in the wee hours of the morning. You can hear somebody turning their cart and searching the fairgrounds. And a little bit of, not quite shouting or yelling, but very little effort to be considerate of individuals that are trying to sleep at this hour.
Hey, what's all the commotion?
He's lost his purse, can't seem to find it. There's quite a bit of coin in it, I was told.
Huh. That's damn unfortunate. You know what it looks like?
brown leather, has a black string on it.
I mean, if it'll get him to kind of shut up so we can all sleep, I mean, I'll help look around. If it helps speed it up.
Sure, I mean, we appreciate it. He's not one to let it far from his sight, so he's actually pretty upset about it. But yeah, please do what you can do.
Alright, so I'll give it a few minutes of searching, kind of looking around, making sure they can't really see where my hands or my own bag are, and just kind of pull that sack out. It's like, hey, this it?
Oh my God, yes, that's it. Where did you find that?
Yeah, I was just kind of lying around here by the dance floor. I mean, it's like, here you go.
Where was it? Here?
Yeah, just kind of found it around here.
He looks a little confused. Make me a deception check.
That's a total 6.
Okay.
Well,
And he looks at you. It's, you get the feeling in some very real way he suspects you stole it from him, because he's been out here looking for stuff. You suspect he probably might have looked through here, and then you came along and said you found it, and he's very suspicious. He's not going to say anything to you now, but he gives you that, like, I know, and you know I know, and I know that you know that I know that you know. and he...
But if I know that you know, and you know that I know, but who the hell knows what the hell we all know?
We all know. So he'll kind of grit his teeth and say, well, thank you very much. And he makes his way back to the wagon.
Aw, Taroth's got his own Wyatt now.
Soon the entire class will hate us. Slowly but surely we'll turn them all against us.
yes, not against each other, but just against us.
Yeah.
Really brings them together, really solidifies that.
Listen, we have to unify them against something, and if
We're the
that's
big
us,
bad.
then so be it.
Did I catch that guy's name, by the way?
Yes, you absolutely
Jonathan.
can have his name. His name is
Kyle.
Yavin Voigt.
That was what I was gonna say next. He just stole it.
Yep, Yavin Voigt.
Yavin Voigt, a new friend.
There you go.
Every night when we sleep, Sarad casts tiny hut so we can, sleep in peace.
Okay.
She's just sitting there, watching Taroth when he sneaks back in.
Do you guys want to? Do you guys take watches for the caravan at night?
I would like to.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. That is the part of why you're here. These first few nights have been uneventful. If you would like to keep watch on the night of the festival, you are welcome to. Go ahead. What we'll do for this is just give me your passive perceptions. You can give me either your passive or you can roll. It's up to you.
Can we?
So, first watch. Treasure?
Yeah, go ahead.
I rolled and it's going to be a 14.
Okay. sounds good. Second one.
I'll take the second.
What do you
My
got?
passive is a 12.
12's good. Okay. Third watch. Go ahead, guys.
My passive is a 15.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I chose to roll. I got a 12.
Okay. Sounds good. Saride, last watch.
Passive is an 18.
Nicely done. As you guys watch throughout the night, you can see that. So you guys lose the tiny hut in the last 2 hours. Not terribly a big deal. You can still rest well. That's not a problem.
I mean,
because
'cause
you
you
have to
can't
stay
leave it.
inside the hut.
I know, but I can see outside of it.
For a caravan of this size to do watch, even if as you guys like circle the wagons and stuff,
That is fair.
you have to kind of actually like take a lap and look at stuff. So.
Then she'll tuck everybody in before she goes to work.
Yeah, the evening is uneventful for the most part. You do see some of the caravanners up in the middle of the night, a little restless from the festival. Some of them, normal sort of foot traffic. That's all. Nothing major. Early in the morning, as you guys are getting ready to head off, you can see that there is a small group up near the front. Not quite front yet, still in a circle, but that the Wildlanders want to from this farming community, rather than continue along the road for 2 days and then take the next road to the west. They would prefer to cut across the open fields and plains and meet up with the road a few days later, closer to the pass between the central central scales and the northern central scales. Right near Dragon's Nest Peak.
Okay. I have a question for you, Cody.
Yeah.
That path that goes from the eastern crossroads over the Dragon's Nest Peak to True Bluff, it shows a clearing. Is that still considered mountainous, or is that like a clear pass?
So it is like a ravine or a crevasse. It's not. You're not climbing over a mountain, so it should still. It won't be like a 3-day event the way a mountain hex would be. It would be a careful 2-day or a hazardous 1-day.
Only to say that because mountains are one of my favorite terrains.
Okay. Because of the size of the caravan, if it's just you guys by yourselves, you can absolutely give them the full benefit. I'll give you advantage in those areas, but
well, that's okay.
Yeah,
cool.
But I don't think we can have a whole caravan.
No, but like advantage on like
Absolutely.
survival or wisdom checks, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So, if you guys have any questions as to where you are, you're at that little farmhouse north of Dorian's Dawn. Would any of you like to weigh in on that debate that's happening between them?
Whether they should or should not take a different path than the rest of us?
They want to leave the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then meet back up with us.
No, I think we're going with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they just
Oh,
want
yeah, so
the whole
instead
caravan to up and leave the
instead of
road
doing-
and go straight.
Yeah, crossroads and then over. It's just cut the crossroads out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that. Thank you.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that, really. It's going to be dangerous no matter how we go.
It essentially cuts 3 days out of the journey. But you're riding across plains and farmlands, a little bit of hills.
Do you think that the carts will be all right if we run amok some troublesome ground?
That's
the only thing I would be concerned about.
As you come to pose the question, you can see that the people that are discussing or arguing, there is Skullcleaver, Wyatt,
Correct.
and Wyatt is actually pro off-roading it.
Cutting. Oh, okay.
Not surprised.
Well, then I don't want to do it.
There are a few of the other students, and actually among them is Yavin Voight, who is arguing that they should stick to the roads, that it's not worth risking wagon wheels. Wyatt's major argument is that we are still in civilized land, and now's our opportunity to make up 3 days of travel and still be able to resupply and repair our wagons at Trubluff and the Western Crossroads and even up into the towers, if we so decide. We're going to be leaving the roads soon enough. And that's the point, Wyatt. If we leave the roads now, we risk damaging our carts far too early. And we could end up losing more than 3 days by traveling through what? The flatlands here among the farming communities. We must.
Yeah, but me kind of jumping in, kind of overhearing that conversation. Well, to be fair, I mean, if the carts are going to break down so quickly once we go off-road, then that's going to be a bit of a bigger problem later on. Better to find these issues out now, maybe get them taken care of early.
Precisely.
But also, what is 3 days now? If you've waited 3 months, 3 days isn't going to really save you or gain you anything.
3 days is not much, but when we hit the winter months and we're up in the mountains, 3 days is 3 more days we could freeze.
I mean, that's true, but I don't know if it's worth the risk. Because it's also not just the carts, but also we've seen farmland that has been raised by ne'er-do-wells in the past, and there's nothing to say that they won't raise farms that we are crossing. But they are probably less likely to attack us if we're on the road. And this would not only endanger us, but also the farmers, because I doubt they will attack the farmers if we aren't there.
But they've been attacking the farmers, regardless of whether we were there or not.
But if we're here as a distraction, then they will probably attack us. Like they will leave the farmers alone, hopefully. I don't know. I just don't think it's really worth the risk.
You guys are the deciding vote at the moment, because the Wildlanders, their carts won't break. They have adamantine wheels on them. They've got Warbees. This idea of sticking to roads is dumb to them. Wyatt's people have essentially outvoted him on going. So they stand kind of 1-to-1. You guys as the third party in the situation could swing it either way. If you don't particularly care as a group, they'll flip a coin and we'll go with whatever that is. But if you guys as a group have an opinion, now's your opportunity to voice it.
So, what I'm gonna say is I kind of agree a little bit with Talroth that if the carts we have are so brittle that some off-road time early on in the trip is going to cause them an issue, it's good that we find this out now so we can, when we get the True Bluff, even if it takes a couple more days, we know that we have to fix those specific things and reinforce those specific issues.
Would we not have brought a couple extra
We
wheels?
did. We Oregon trailed this shit. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has. You guys do have spare wheels and axles and,
Okay.
and things like that, but you could also get
if we
more.
have the like if we have X spare wheels
Right.
and they're breaking down real quick,
Sure,
we might
no.
have to get
Absolutely.
X plus one, or we might get plus one wagon wheels, whatever that equivalent is.
Adamantine.
And not to
Damn,
mention, I mean, shaving 3 days off now, if some bullshit happens later on that we need those extra 3 days, then we're still on time. Not to mention, the whole trek out there, it was the Wildlanders' idea, wasn't it? It's like, this is technically their journey. We're the ones kind of tagging along to help them out. So, way I figure, they're the ones in charge. If they want to go off-roading, shit, let's go off-roading for a few days.
Okay.
Treasure, what do you think?
I'm in the same boat as Talroth. I would rather find out if there's a problem with our carts right now, while we're still closer to civilization, while we're still able to even ask some of those farmers for help, and while we still have supplies, while it's still not important.
Okay. That sounds like 3 votes for off-roading. So we're good with that. And so a few miles into the day, you guys turn off of the beaten path, purely towards the northwest, and begin to make your way across the farmlands. I would like, give me just a moment, as, of course I don't have that book immediately open, because why would I? Give me, I think, somebody roll me a D100, somebody roll me a D20.
I got the 20.
I got 19 on the 20. Sorry.
Oh,
Never mind.
My apologies. I had rolled it before you said anything. Huh?
Oh, Treasure, you want to roll the 100 or do you want me to do it?
You can do it.
I'm sorry.
I'll roll the next one.
she sounds so hurt.
That's a 3.
A 3. Oof.
Did you were casting divine intervention, right? That's what you were doing?
Yeah, I mean, turns out I'm not a rogue the whole time. I'm just a cleric in disguise.
Awful cleric.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
just
not
a
rolling those
trickery
percentiles
cleric.
anymore.
Yeah.
Little did we all know, Talroth is the cleric to the god of tits and wine.
Well, if you gotta...
Maddie!
Yeah. Visibility. No. I want a weather chart. Give me a goddamn weather chart. That's what I want.
This moment of silence is brought to you by Norse Foundry, everybody. That's right. Later on today, we will be having a giveaway of Norse Foundry dice.
Coins.
If you want to
Coins.
be coins, that's what I meant. I meant coins. They're like dice except flat, and they only have 2 sides. If you always want to have a chance at any of our giveaways, just become a Patreon. Even the $1 Patreon level automatically gets you in for all of the giveaways, whether you're watching the stream or not. So definitely good idea to hop on in for that. We try to do giveaways. It's about once a month, right?
We do a Norse Foundry giveaway every month.
Norse Foundry giveaway every month.
We've been trying to do a few more along the way. So yeah, those things are stuff we do. And so the weather is good because I can't find my weather chart.
Yay!
Yay! And of course, as I say that, I start to find the weather chart. That's okay. So the weather is good, and you guys are making solid time as you set out across these wild areas. So, has rolled a 19. There it is. Yeah. Sorry, I like charts. The days go by. On the following day, there's some light rain, light summer showers in the afternoon that make traveling along the path, along these miles without a road, a real pain in the ass. Who is driving your 3 carts?
What?
You have 3. You have 2. You have 1 covered carriage. You have 1 carriage, and you have 2 carts, basically 2 open air carts. The covered one is, as far as I understand, just for your supplies. So, who wants to be driving? Or do you want to elect the people that Fable, Thozen, and Olarun to be driving?
Is Olarun old enough to drive? Does he have a license yet?
I don't know if any of you are proficient in land vehicles, so none of you might be able to drive. Or you could ask Screevers to drive one.
Oh, God, no. We're not dying. Not today. I'll drive.
Okay, so you're driving 1?
I'll drive one.
You're gonna
As
drive
bad as
one?
that's gonna turn out.
Fuck
Okay.
it, I'll drive one. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything else.
So the 3 of you, I need you to make dexterity-based land vehicle checks.
Family.
Do fighters get land vehicles?
No, it's
They
all
do.
background stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, you get proficiency in land vehicles and vehicles of any sort based on your background. The only other thing would sometimes be animal handling, but that is not something that Clever Stitch has.
So just a straight dex check, right?
Straight dex check.
Yay, my favorite.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't do too bad. Okay, 17.
17.
13.
13.
A 9.
A 9.
I rolled a 5.
That hand-eye
Gorgeous.
coordination did not translate for you, did it?
This cat does not like trying to force horses to go a particular direction.
For some reason, we gave him the cart that has stick.
Yes. He's just not used to driving stick.
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that anymore?
Who puts stick on a cart? Come on!
So,
Switching gears on a cart?
so Clever Stitch, unfortunately, is at the back of the entire caravan, and it's not necessarily that. It's that as the ground gets wetter, for the couple of hours that it rains in the afternoon, and you're following along the same divots, right, that the other wagons and wheels have left behind them, it's very muddy. So you're trying to steer the wagon out of those divots, and then it'll sort of slosh back into the deep grooves that the 20 or so carts in front of you have left, and you keep ending up getting like stuck in the mud. I would like my two non-drivers to make athletics checks as you guys are helping to lift and push the cart up and out of these little mud potholes, essentially.
Ooh.
You said athletics, right?
Yes, I did.
That's a choice.
Help, please.
A 4?
Nat 20.
A nat 20.
Oh, nat 20.
Yay!
Thank God. Oh,
That's a total 20.
A total of 20. Nicely done.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 4 for a total of 4.
Okay. Bless you, Sirach. You're trying.
It's my hollow little bird bones. They weren't made for this.
It is your hollowed little bird. I actually think you're probably grabbing on with your talons and like flapping your wings, trying to let. Yeah, and it's which is doing nothing. But yeah, but but the effort is there. The effort is absolutely there. Sorry, is it just me that lost Meg?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I still have Meg.
Okay.
She's not on the stream though.
Got her.
I'm
Yeah, well,
here.
that's because I lost her. That's why. I popped down, popped
Yep.
it up. She should be back.
She's back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay.
The rain stops early into the evening, and you all are soaked. You have no cover from the elements as you are riding. Screever pokes his head out of your middle wagon, your supply wagon. And you guys look like hell.
This is what it looks like after a wet t-shirt contest, Screebers.
In response to that, she will like Little Mermaid rising from the ocean, flip her hair back over at him in like a completely drenched princess dress. Like, oh, really? I look like hell? Twinkle.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty wet hair. Wow.
I feel filthy.
Notice me, Screever
I do
senpai.
not like this.
So, you guys, you make good time. You don't lose any time on this day. None of the wagons get damaged on the 3%. You think one of them maybe like pops a spoke and they go through and lash it together, but it's relatively smooth throughout the day. And that
Treasure's
night,
going to offer Stitch and Sirach, especially because they have like fur and feathers, so it's not quite the same. Her blankets, just to help them like stay a little drier.
That is very nice, but I should be fine. But he will gladly take it, even if he says otherwise.
Thank you.
I know it's got to be a little different, so it might help, at least so you don't get sick.
Yes.
Okay. That night, you guys have your watches. They pass without incident. People are up later after the heavy rain, after the light rain. This was a light rain. And it does look like there are storm clouds on the horizon for tomorrow. So if there are any preparations or actions you guys would like to take today before that, let me know.
I can't believe we forgot wet weather clothing?
I mean, you guys have traveler's clothes. You have some, but the big thing is that only one of your wagons is covered. You only have one place that's out of the rain, essentially.
And apparently it takes all of us to drive the carts because I'm incapable of driving it solo, and I need 2 men carrying the cart next to me.
No, I mean, if you guys were on the road, you wouldn't have this problem.
No, absolutely.
But it's because you're forging a path, and those first wagons, those Wildlander wagons, are heavy as shit because they're driving the wagon version of like an APC, and they're like, here we go. They're just destroying the road behind them, and everybody else is like, what the fuck, man, come on.
Go in the back. God.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd probably do is, since I still have that armor of billowing, can I just like Back to the Future Part 2 just kind of kick it on to dry myself off?
Yeah, won't work quite as fast as Back to the Future Part 2, but the effect is there. Yes, you do kick it on. You look very cool. Maybe that first blow, you get like one of those hair like patches goes across your face, and you're like, oh, all right, there we go. Once you toss it out of the way, then you're very much billowing in the wind right there. The following day comes. It is much worse rain. This is heavy rainfall. In the afternoon, again, about 2 hours, there's a light wind that's pushing it through. I'm gonna need driving checks again. You guys are welcome to change up drivers.
Clever Stitch, would you like me to help you drive?
If you could just drive for me instead, I'm much better at lifting carts than I am driving them. Like, I have a +4 athletics, so
it's great to my +0. I'll give it a shot.
All right, thank you.
Talroth, would you like to drive?
Yeah, sure. I gotta learn sometime. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Be careful of the stick, Sirach. I don't know what it does, but I think it's important.
It's just the brake, dude. That's the wagon version of a brake. That's why you're having so much trouble.
I don't know what it does.
Treasure, are you going to continue to drive, or are you going to go to cart lifting duty?
I'll probably go to cart lifting duty. I'll swap with Sirach so that the poor thing can probably handle these horses better than I can.
Or
then I'll keep driving.
Sarai's going to keep driving. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so I'll swap with Treasure then.
Yeah, the 3 of them, and then Treasure and I are lifters.
Let's get some driving checks, please.
And you said straight dexterity?
Unless you have land vehicle proficiency.
And if you had that, and you're only telling us that now, you suck.
So keep it a secret if you do, all right?
So lie to me for 10 weeks and then tell me you discovered it.
Yeah.
Hey. No, I don't have it. Oh, son of a gun!
How do we do, gang? Sarai?
Who wants to go first?
I got a 5.
Okay. Sirach?
I got a 4 plus my 4 for 8.
Okay, all right. Talroth?
I got a 22, but can I just pretend to do worse to not... I don't know.
No one has to make it out of this. We're about to lose carts. Drive on and tell our story.
No, it's okay. Treasure's just gonna lift one of the carts, and I'll lift the other, and we're just
like... Treasure's just gonna lash herself with the horse to Sarai's cart.
Or you're Flintstoning your way through this.
Atreyu!
So, Clever Stitch and Treasure, please give me athletics checks as you help these carts along.
It's never the big bads that are the big problem for a group. It's doors and driving.
It's
Dirty 20.
Okay, nicely done.
And scary chairs.
23. Okay. You guys do make it. You don't damage the carts at all. It's another hard day of travel. And you can tell that that the group themselves, and not just you guys, but the entirety of the caravan, especially the ones that are, so the wildlanders are fine. The people that can like stay inside a cart are fine, but all the dudes and dudettes that are driving carts and are like walking alongside them, the people that are out in the rain are having a rough time. Actually, to that end, it looks like tomorrow weather's going to be clear for you guys, but after a couple of days of being caught in the rain, I would like you guys to make me Constitution saving throws.
17.
Okay. DC of 10.
21.
Okay.
22.
12.
14.
Luckily, because of Tiny Hut in the evenings, you're able to rest without gaining points of exhaustion. Travel itself is difficult, but especially when you're getting soaked to the bone in the rain for a couple of hours a day, when you're having to fight with the horses to get them to go places, to drive the way you want them to drive, when you're having to manually heft and lift these carts and things like that. This is long-term, like, strenuous activity. More so than a normal traveling day. But you guys are all able to rest well in the evenings as they go. The following day, much easier. No rain on the horizon, and you guys start to make much better time from there. You are at a point now where you're seeing the mountains on the horizon, the central scales to the west, and you're sort of traveling along the northwest with them as they stretch. And you guys are seeing little bits of snow caps that are there. Even in the height of summer, it's very small. Like, they're mostly gray and brown mountain ranges, and the sunsets across them are beautiful. You're not quite in the shadow of the mountains, but it is really a lovely vista. And so you guys continue to travel. I would like one of you to roll me a d20.
I think that's treasure.
Treasure. Yeah.
She
You were
gets it
promised a
this time.
d20, girl.
Yes, she was.
19.
19.
Nice.
Okay. Nicely done.
Whoop whoop. Also, at this point, Sirach's just in the cart, looking at Clever Stitch, going, "I put the stick out."
Who was my lookout?
I think that was.
Saride.
Saride.
Saride, can you make me
Yes.
a perception check, please? And we'll use your passive as a minimum. So if you roll beneath that you'll take that.
So if I roll beneath an 18,
Yep.
A total
Like if your
18.
total is below
yeah,
you-
so if you
yeah.
roll under a 10.
24.
24. Okay. Sarai, on the last lights, as you are keeping your eyes towards the mountain ranges, partly for the beautiful view, as the purples and pinks stretch across the sky, you can see some large-ish creatures. Difficult to identify, probably not full-grown dragons, but something draconic, wing-like, manticore or wyvern, perhaps. They're not at a distance that they're an immediate threat, but you can tell that something in the mountains has stirred them up, and there's a potential danger for them, especially as you, the next 2 days are going to bring you very close to the mountains, and then you're going to be traveling through the ravine. And
Are the things in the air or in the...
in the air, you're seeing them in the you're seeing, circle, fly around, right? You're seeing them at like airplane distance, for lack of a better term.
She would message Wyatt to get the head of the wildlings and meet her.
Brad?
Yep. And meet her where we're camped out.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys are making camp after they've set the wagons and the carts, they are going to come over and they will talk with you. But what we'll do that conversation after our break. It is 9:20. We're going to take a break. So if you guys would like to be entered to win the Elven pouch of coins, Power Ranger.
Fancy.
From Norse
fancy.
Foundry, go ahead and put in the chat hashtag Gygax, and we will be doing that giveaway going to you right there. So do that now. We'll announce that when we come back from the break. So stay tuned. We'll be back about 9:30, 9:35. But until then, stay tuned. Everybody, we are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Matthew, and I'm playing Clever Stitch, the Tabaxi Arcane Archer.
Megan, and I'm playing Sarai Landir, the Eldrin Glamour Bard.
There is Eric, and he is playing Surak, the Eric Cochran Ranger Horizon Walker.
And name's Mars. I'll be playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Voice of Reason. I mean, Wood Elf Scout. Sorry.
I don't know about all that.
We've all started saying things.
And I'm Kez, and I'm playing Treasure Glitterhoof, the Tiefling Fighter.
Nice. Okay, so we should have a winner. I believe it has been rolled for, and I'm gonna ask the boss lady if she has. Maybe she announced it in the chat. I don't know.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Who won?
It's
Celium 27.
yes, Celia
also their birthday.
MTZ 27.
Is
And
her
it's their
birthday?
birthday today, too.
Oh, that's right. It is
Oh.
their birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy Gygax birthday to you.
Yeah, congratulations to you. You won a set of Norse Foundry Elven coins. Yes, from Norse Foundry. So you'll get those details over to Caitlin. I'm sure we will send those to you as soon as we are able to do so. Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations. Nice. Thank you for joining us on your birthday. Hope you have a good one. Okay, guys. So you're a few days from the pass of the Central L-Scale Mountains. And Saride, you have gathered over the leaders, Gret Skullsplitter and Wyatt of the New Hampshire Wyatts. I don't know. Just Wyatt.
Kenny Bunkport. Because that is the most waspy sounding name ever of the Kenny Bunkport Wyatts.
Right. So, you had just seen some flying reptilian creatures in the twilight hours along the mountaintop ridges. They are not in a dangerous place yet, but within a few days, you guys will be passing through their territory. What would you like to say or discuss with these leaders?
I mean, I've pulled them over and I'm got the rest of us too.
Okay.
And doing the over yonder.
Hark.
I'm not entirely. Hark! Vagrants? I don't really know what it is. I can't make it out from here. But I know it's a killer and we're heading its way.
Grat sort of looks to the eye. He kind of squints a little bit. Make me an insight check if you like. Or what's your passive insight?
Hold, please. 13.
Okay. Yeah, it's enough. You get the feeling Grat probably can't see them, or if he can, they're like bat shadows at a distance. He might be a little nearsighted. You're not sure. But he's acting.
What's his weapon?
Say what?
What's his weapon?
Oh, an axe. Big old war axe.
Yeah, I don't care. That's all I need. I just need him to see what's right here. That's it.
Yeah, that's as far as he needs to see, really. So yeah, he as he's got his he sort of does his squint look. No, definitely potential dangers. So when we make it through the pass, we should put away as much foodstuffs as we can. Any hides or leathers, coverings we can put on the horses to make them look less appealing as meals.
I just had a bit of a realization. Other than yourself, Grat, and us, why, there's no other martial presence in this caravan, is there?
There are some hired guards that are driving each of the wagons, 2 of them to drive in shifts, and some of them are skilled archers, but they're...
But when push comes to shove in that sort of lands, it'll be us and Grat's people that are dealing with it.
That is your primary function here, yes.
Sure.
Also, the students of the Exploratorium are not without their own magical capabilities. There are some. We're not completely helpless, but...
What are you gonna do? Debate it to death?
Wyatt sort of bristles for a moment. I assure you, Miss Saride, some of us have been forced to rely on more than our looks to get by in life.
Well played.
But yes, that is why you are here, and there are some guard individuals for each of the wagons, and these are not underclassmen. These are graduate students, each with at least a modicum of knowledge of magic. So, boarding the pass is what we must do. We chose to travel through the north, and here we are. All right. Anything else? Okay. As you guys continue to travel, you make your preparations as best you can. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do to protect your own horses when you are coming up to the pass?
Blankets over them, just like you had mentioned earlier, just to hide as much as we can about them.
And maybe if I know we had a good day, but if there's still some mud or something to cover up their smell.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good idea. If anybody on the team would like to make a survival check to try to... yeah, you guys can do it. You can give him advantage because it's your idea. Sure.
Absolutely. Actually, because we're in the ravine area, I already have advantage because of mountains.
Okay.
Nice.
If
Screw
Saride
off.
as well. No, I'm just saying so you can roll also, so we can have 3 rolls rather than just 2. 17 survival plus 5 for 23. 22.
20. Dirty 20. What?
Nice. Okay.
When did I become a mountain woman? What the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
You survived our last trek of our adventure and decided that the cities were no longer for you because that's where fucked up shit happens, and instead
Because
you
that's
will
where
live out in the
sewers
wild.
are. That's where the sewers are, which is now my favorite enemy.
Yes,
I thought your favorite enemy was Wyatt.
both. I mean,
Working on
that's
it.
the same thing, right? Sewers, Wyatt, same thing.
Oh, and that's why I love Matthew.
Hey.
I don't hate Wyatt though. I think he's funny.
And that's why I
And now
probably
he hates
Matthew.
Matthew.
Yep.
It's a very complicated relationship with Matthew.
It's very give or take. You guys are level 6 now?
Yeah. No, we're
Yes.
level 2.
Or 20, depending.
No.
So this time only 8 Dracolings.
Scroll of Summon Tarask.
It's apparently going to be a thing.
Wyatt pulls
I
it
know.
out and
Because
reads
Chris.
Wait,
it.
what?
Yeah, in
Who hurt that man?
Rime of the Frost Maiden, Chris Perkins tweeted that Scroll of Summon Tarask is one of the things that they're dropping for it. Because Chris Perkins has stopped giving fucks.
Right.
And here I was thinking just, oh, what's this nice little shark egg that you guys found?
Dalroth! No!
The night before, as you guys have been making your preparations, there is a still sort of uneasiness in the air. As you check around the camp, many of the students are mirroring your preparations, mud on the horses and blankets, canvas, extra canvas and coverings on them. There's not a lot of sound to the evening. The fires crackle. Spoons scrape against plates and bowls of the food that is being eaten. There is the dull sounds of metal on metal scraping and sharpening as the 2 wagons of the Wildlanders are being prepped and polished almost in anticipation of tomorrow. There is a deep unease that has settled over the camp. Wyatt is there near the central fire. And you can see him deep in thought, sort of musing at something. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I'm gonna go bother Wyatt.
That's what I was going to do, actually.
Okay.
Can I join you?
We're gonna go bother Wyatt. Yeah, what's up? Let's tag team this motherfucker. Let's do it.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
I would like to circle the perimeter and everything, just kind of stay a little bit out of sight and just check different tents, check their security and all that stuff.
Okay. Make me an investigation check. We'll jump back to it after these guys talk to Wyatt. Clever Stitch, Treasure, what are you guys up to?
Target practice.
Okay. Target
Just
practice.
keeping myself keeping myself, like, making sure that I still got it for whenever we inevitably have to fight the 30 dragons that are in the distance.
Okay.
That are just moments away.
Yes.
Treasure's also probably going to be making sure stuff is like tied down, keeping an eye on the perimeter, probably just eating an apple along the way as opposed to a heavier dinner. Because if we suddenly have to fight, she doesn't want to be throwing it up.
Yeah.
You
Treasure,
know?
make me a perception check then, and we will see how, if anything, pops up for you.
12.
12. Okay. Seems to be a pretty quiet night. There's not much in the camp that disrupts you, and you take your walk around. As you guys make your way to Wyatt, you see him sitting, and he has the chess set out. And the chess set is...
As we're... Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Chess set is a large case. Do you remember? They've got sort of these marble pieces. But as you guys are making your way up to it in the fire, you can sort of see that Sirach and Saride, rather than the traditional squares that Dragon Chess usually keeps, the board is different. The board is a hex grid that has been laid out across it.
As we're walking up, Sirach is gonna look over to Saride. Saride, I've noticed how good you are at talking to people. So I was wondering if you could give me a couple of pointers. Like, I'll go in, I'll start up, and then you tell me, like, good job, or you need to work on this.
Absolutely.
I wish I had an eloquence that you have, and I'm just not there.
That's very kind of you. You're far more eloquent than you think you are. Believe me. Just
And
don't
with
go in
that-
there and do what Talroth does, and you should be fine.
Don't pick his pockets. Got it.
Wait, is he doing it still? Sirach?
What? Was that the wind? What?
We're going to circle back to that. We're going to circle back to that.
And I'll take a couple of, like, little bird strides ahead, and I will go up to Wyatt. And as I kind of saunter up next to him, I'll say, no, it's Silver. Hey.
Hello. What can I do for you?
You seem, I don't know. You kind of seemed like you were kind of bummed. Maybe something was eating at you. I was just seeing how you were doing, really. What can I do for you? Is really the question we have here.
I appreciate the offer. Don't mind admitting, a little nervous for tomorrow. The first attempt.
Yeah.
Well, I've been on many expeditions. None this large. Largest in the school's history. Born to pride, as a matter of fact, but there is an inherent danger to this work. And tomorrow's the first test of us as a group.
Boy, howdy is it.
You
Oh, I
have
see you got the,
What were you saying? The chess set.
no, the chess set. I was noticing you, had that out. I thought, have you been playing some more games with we don't quite know?
I seem to not be the chosen opponent, at least not the opponent of interest. But
Ah,
might I ask
you
you a
think I'm looking
question,
for some,
Master Sirach?
yeah, definitely. Sure, go ahead.
What wakes you up in the morning?
I mean, if we're going literal, it's the sun. I wake up fairly early. It's a matter. I only say that literally because of what I do. I'm forest dwelling usually. I have my own goals though. I I'm searching for a I'm searching for a place that is special to me. Maybe not a whole lot of people want to go there, but I need to find it again.
That's noble. And you know where this. You know, at the very least, what this place is.
Heard of it? Stories. I know it exists.
Very good. Reassuring.
What about you?
My father had a very interesting outlook on life. He believed, almost as literally as your statement about the sun waking you up, that a man with nothing to live for, a man with no goals or purpose, wouldn't rise in the morning. It seemed strange growing up. Look at me, camera. There you go. Nicely done. It seemed strange to a boy trying to grow up that one could just not rise with the sun. My father always said it was myself and my sisters that gave him purpose. A few years ago, he just didn't wake up, didn't get up. Passed in his sleep, very quietly, peacefully, more or less. I often think about that. Wonder if he lost his purpose. Wonder if I had reached a point to care for my sisters well enough that he didn't think he was needed anymore. I rise with the sun, as it were. With those mysteries, like this chess set. Clearly it's changed. The board, no longer square, hexed. The central spot of prominence. He points to it, puts his finger on it. 6 fields, 6 sides. There's something important in those mathematics. Don't quite understand what. Something ancient. Something mysterious. This is the type of mysteries that I love. That keep me up at night. You ever wanted something so badly that just didn't matter how much you wanted it? Like a father that was gone. Or or a place offset, usurped. And he puts a piece on the board, Sirach, and as you look at it, it is a slightly square, slightly artistic representation of a feminine figure, but something strikes you about it. The hair. It's the layered hues of pink, blonde, purple, blue. It reminds you very much of Saride. And as he puts it down, he sort of pushes the lid of the chess set to the side. And down beneath it, there is different little, how to describe them? Divots or molds or little chambers where one would normally place and keep all the pieces of the chess set. But rather than have their outlines or designs, they all seem very flat, very square, as though they had been filled with putty. Except for one, which has a shape. I suspect in the days to come, this will be a very different game. Hopefully. A game that not only has answers, but provides us with more agency than the pawns on the board.
See, I'm not as intelligent as you are, my friend, but I don't think so much in a game of chess. It's never suited me that well, even dragon chess. But what suits me is a much different game. Some would say simpler, I'd say more daring. And that is the gentleman's game of checkers.
A fun game, to be sure.
Ah, fun, maybe. But if you look at it the way that I do, in both of our cases, we are moving forward. We are trying to reach a goal, and we're almost afraid of what we might find at the end. We just know we want to find it.
Yeah.
But what I've come to understand through the vastly intellectual and strategic game of checkers is that if you are able to keep moving to the other side, when you get that goal, when you reach that conclusion, you emerge with a power far greater than you ever had. But what do I know? It's just checkers.
Perhaps. You know what I think the best part of checkers is?
Which part?
Well, you're safest when you have friends at your back.
In that case, I think we both might be pretty lucky then.
Here's hoping.
And I'm just gonna...
Yeah, he puts the Saride piece away, and he begins to make his way
Did
back.
I see that?
You can make a perception check if you want.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah? Yeah, you saw it.
Do I know what's going on with this chess set now? Because it's changing.
It is changing.
And why does he have a piece that looks like me?
Make an intelligence check. I'll let you add your proficiency because you're proficient in dragon chess.
What is our?
3, I believe.
Sorry,
It's 2 or
17.
3. 17. There are older versions of dragon chess, which were so the original forms of dragon chess didn't have uniform pieces, didn't have uniform dragons on them. They were dragon sets with carved representations of individual dragons. And it was rumored
Am I a dragon?
to have been created as a game for dragons to settle disputes without risking their kin, more or less. And over...
Am I a dragon?
You are not a dragon, but it seems whoever played you previously has lived long enough to have played an older version of dragon chess and has decided that for the rubber match, for the third game, that he would like to return to that more
That was the feint that he used the last game. He was starting to use that outdated.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're playing now.
Well, looks like the set is adjusting to be so. Yes.
But where did the piece that's me come from?
The pieces that used to be on the set sort of melted down and are now reshaping themselves.
Okay. That's fine. Okay.
As we're walking away, Sirach's gonna look over and be like, "So, how do you think I did?"
Oh, you did very well, Sirach. How do you think you did?
I think it went okay. I think I had a pretty rocky start. I think I should have just led with hay. I was going with like a silver for your thoughts, but then I forgot that halfway through, and then I was thinking of copper, and then I was thinking of what makes copper, but then I just went with hay, and I think it
was a
rolled
little
from
rocky.
there.
It was a little rocky to start, but I think you fixed it. And sometimes it's not what you say; it's just being available for them to say something to you.
That's a good way of putting it. Oh, also, I don't know if you saw this. There was a chess piece that looked
Yes,
like
no, I
you.
saw. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
saw.
And he was saying something along the lines of, he's not the one playing now, or that whoever he's playing against, he doesn't think it wants to play against him. I'm not sure what that all means, but
It's my game. I still haven't finished it quite, so just looks like the game has changed is all.
Yeah, because you finished the second match.
Yeah, she lost the second match on purpose.
Yeah, so we're breaking the tie now.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think whoever it is you're playing against, somehow, like, they know you.
They have an idea of me. I don't think they know me.
I mean, yeah, it was just that, like, it had your hair, and it was a feminine shape, and I was just like, and at first I thought like Wyatt carved it, and I was like, oh, that's some real creepy level shit right there.
Rock, don't tell me you're just like Wyatt and you think that all I am is what I look like.
No, I was just saying I thought it was weird because I thought at first that he had crafted it, and I was just like, that's weird.
No, I think going forward the chess game is going to be a lot different. But I think all the games going forward are going to be a lot different now.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that one.
Yeah.
Talroth, remind me what you were investigating for. I saw your roll.
Well, just kind of going around the perimeter and stuff. Of course, with the hood up, just to kind of make myself not really noticed. And just casually going around and maybe just happen by Wyatt's tent, just to check things out.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Well, the idea would be, especially with his sass towards a teammate earlier, maybe to take something of his and leave it in someone else's bed, just to start a couple things there.
Okay, sure. Sorry about that. Okay, sure. You make me a stealth check just for fun. Don't suspect you can fail it, but if you double
It's a
that one...
25.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. So, yeah, you make it to Wyatt's wagon. He does share it with 2 other people. You can see where they have, like, a cot, and underneath they have trunks, little foot lockers to keep their own stuff in. They are labeled, so you can find Wyatt's. You can check it for traps with your 20. You would know that it is locked. There is a trap on it. It's a pretty simple trap. Looks like it's some sort of spray. You don't suspect it's poison. Probably more like a paint or a dye to identify people that attempted to open it. You can attempt to disable it if you would like to do so.
Would any of his clothes be in that trunk?
Maybe some smaller pieces, but it's more like a foot locker. I think you can find some of his clothes if you would like. Yeah.
Maybe a couple bits of his underwear. Just
sure.
Something small.
Okay. Yeah, you do. You find that.
And all right, I'll just kind of wonder where Yavin Voight sleeps.
Yavin has his own wagon, a few wagons over. Not his own wagon, but yeah, a few wagons down.
If it's possible, thinking maybe leaving Wyatt's underwear underneath Yavin's pillow. Just see what happens.
Okay. You do so. There's... Okay. Anything else in the evening before we move on?
Yep.
What you got?
That's it for my madness, at least.
Okay.
Well, that's what you think. So when we get back to our little area and I see Talroth, if I see the mass delusion that is Talroth.
I think at this point, if he wants to be seen is the question.
I mean, if someone's looking for me, it'll depend who. But
well, I mean, if you're sleeping in tiny hut, then you can't. Yeah, you don't
I'll
get to
take the hood off
hide
in the tiny hut.
into tiny hut. I don't care what your stealth score is. There's no. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't do this like around everybody. It's more
Okay.
like if I get the sense that Talroth is near, and I pray that he might show himself to me. I roll divine intervention and he shows up.
Nah, that's just the whiskey. What's up?
Sorry, Sirach said something when we were walking earlier. Said that you were pickpocketing from people in the group?
No. I'm just checking security, that's all.
Checking it how?
Well, just making sure that if things aren't tied down, just kind of make it known that they're not tied down. That's all.
Making it known by taking them?
Well, I do not have anything that is not mine on my person. Everything that is on me is mine and my own. I just happen to kind of maybe leave something somewhere where it wasn't originally, just to kind of point out that people aren't watching this stuff.
Talroth, what good does that do?
Keep them on the toes. Fun. I mean, look, it's like, yeah, this is gonna be some serious shit that's coming up, and just trying to lighten the mood a little bit, at least myself. I mean, if I try to go in all serious, I'm gonna fuck up left and right. At least clear my head a little bit by doing a little bit of fun. No, I should
Can't
be a
you
little more
just get
calm.
laid like the rest of us?
To be fair, and this ain't made no offense, I ain't got too many options out here.
I'm not offended.
Okay, just making sure, because, I mean, not talking to Sue and all, so just saying.
Oh, right. Sure. Fine. Okay. Well, I'm managing to keep my unbridled passion for you bridled since we're out in the open, and that just seems like the right thing to do. But Telroth, you can't keep stealing from people and messing with them. We've got stuff coming up, and if they can't trust us, then they have two sides to be watching, the front and their back.
I will ease up on my shenanigans.
I don't believe you, but at least I've said it. And I walk away.
All right. The next day, you guys enter the ravine between the southern and the northern central scales. It is quiet, almost as quiet as the night previous. Only the small crushing of rocks beneath the wagon wheels and the clicking of the hooves seems to catch your attention. Who's driving the carts? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Clever Stitch and
Decided
Treasure.
to roll better this time.
Where are you guys in relation to your 3?
I would be towards the back, just because bow and also fast cat stuff.
Okay.
So Treasure, if you're more comfortable being closer to the front of the 3 carts, maybe we can kind of sandwich the carts.
That sounds good. That way, if something happens, it's going to be a little bit easier for me to literally just grab it and pull it out.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. I would like all of you to make me perception checks, please.
Can I take my passive?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll use the passives as a floor. You guys are on high
Okay,
alert.
then 15.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
Nat 20. Treasure saw it from a mile away.
Okay.
She's ready.
Treasure 8. What's your total?
21.
Okay. So it's not quite enough for you to actually see what is happening. However, it is enough for you to notice something is happening. And because you're at the very back, you see near the front and actually a little bit behind you as you guys have entered the ravine, there are sheer cliff faces on your north and south. You are traveling east to west. They are jagged and rocky, and Treasure, you are the one that begins to notice there's some movement up ahead, high on the sides of the cliff faces, and these are maybe a couple 100 feet into the air. And you sort of turn and look the back, and you see similar sort of movement. Is there anything you would like to do in this instant?
Yes, I'm going to immediately tell my team about the movement and start keeping a more active eye on it, as well as tell if I can, the back cart of Wyatt's team, which would I imagine would be right in front of us.
Okay. So, so you call out to them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're not screaming at the top of your lungs, but you have to speak at a decent volume to catch their attention over the wheels and the hooves and the echo of the ravine. And one of them, the guard that's nearby, because everybody that is a guard, one is driving each wagon, and the other one is walking alongside with either a heavy crossbow or a longbow at the ready. The guard that is immediately in front of you guys, Treasure, hears you, kind of looks up, and you hear him sort of repeat a call up the line. And before the call has reached the entire front of the area, you can hear this loud sort of thunderous crack that begins to happen. And at first it seems to be washing over you guys like a wave from the front to the back. And then it begins to sound from the back. You guys see about 10 carts up ahead. Wyatt sort of hangs off of the side and looks up and out. And these massive rocks begin to crash their way down in the front of you guys. And Wyatt, you can hear him sort of yelling, and a magical force begins to dance through the somatic components. And he draws in a deep breath, and as he lets out the spell, the verbal component of the spell, sort of choruses with a few of his other allies, and they release a combined sort of shatter spell on the falling rock, large enough that would have blocked the ravine at the very least in part. It shatters, much to the spell's name, and the beads are going to begin to rain down on everybody. At this point, the horses have sort of gone into chaos, the loud noises. I need those of you driving to make me handle animal checks.
All right, 19.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
That's an 11.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So, Talroth and Saride, your Talroth did you get a 14?
No, that was an 11 for handle animal.
An 11. Okay, 14 was the DC. Sorry, I got lost in my own numbers. You, along with maybe like a third of the horses, sort of start to rush and jump forward. You're not dead. They're panicked. They're panicked and they're starting to run. From behind you guys, without those magical components, a large, like a landslide of boulders begins to fall to block your escape. And there comes these cries to rush forward. We're gonna flip for initiative, but just as we do, you guys are seeing these from behind the rock faces, these wyverns with, nicely done, with lizard folk riders atop their backs. Bad guys are on a 10, and looks like there's about 6 of them. So, starting up at the top, Tarak.
All right, having calmed down my horses, There are about 6 of them. Does there look to be one that's more in charge than the rest of them?
Yes. Yeah, there does. There's so all the wyverns, as well as the wyverns, have similar draconic scale, adamantine scale masks that the lizard folk that you guys have run into in the past have had. They also serve as like horse blinders, kind of on them, and they have these like little sharp bitey teeth pieces for the wyverns. So that's what's going on. And the one that is sort of in charge has more like decoration, basically, on his. There's a fancy looking one.
I apologize. I have to sign out and sign back in. For some reason, it's not showing any of my spells.
Okay. Do you want me to come back to you?
Fun.
1 second. I'm loading back in just a moment. So what I'd want to do is, whoever's looking like they are, just a random one of the like lackey type lizard folk.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to cast my see, this is why I need my spells
Hunter's
up.
Mark?
Hunter's Mark?
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark. That's the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I only have my it only has my spells for my class, not my other spells.
Oh.
What other spells
Because
do
for
you
some reason
have?
I have 4 spells. Absorb elements, that was one. Cure wounds was the other. Then it was Hunter's Mark. And then it was and I remember it was Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
At least I remember all of the spells.
That's good.
It did that to me once too.
So as a bonus action, you cast Hunter's Mark. What is your
bonus action. Bonus action, I will cast Hunter's Mark, and on the thing that I have marked, I will take out my bow and arrow, and I will try to hit the rider of the wyvern.
Okay. Go for it.
That is a 23 to hit.
Absolutely.
All right, there we go. Okay, so that is going to be a D8 for the damage, and then a D6 for Hunter's Mark. And that'll be 11. 11 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rider reels in his makeshift saddle and sort of barely holds on. He's bloodied. You have a second attack, I believe?
I do, and I would like to hit him again.
Let's do it.
Not as good. That'll be a 15.
That'll still hit him.
Oh, thank God. Okay. It's only going to be a D8 this time. I apologize. That first one was 11 plus 4. The first one was 15 damage.
Okay.
And this is going to be 7 damage.
Okay. So that is a total of 22. That's what you need to drop a rider.
Nice.
So, yeah, he falls out of the saddle, comes plummeting down towards the ground. The wyvern sort of lets out this guttural kind of yell and begins to dive bomb down at you guys. After Sirach is as your reaction, I need you to make the the driving check.
Again?
Well, yes, because at this point, you're to do an action and control the cart. It's going to be your reaction. So basically, you're standing up in the front, shooting your arrows, and then you have to like grab the reins and make sure the horses, which should now be moving. Everybody's running for this exit, but you're trying not to drive them into each other.
Oh, that's a 7.
Okay. So as the horses lurch forward, I'm going to give you advantage on this first one because you made the handle animals check. because your horses are not completely freaked out.
All right. That is a 21.
A 21. Okay, so the
17
horses.
plus 4.
Yeah,
X.
the horses are running forward. One of the other carts whose horses have kind of gone wild starts to veer towards you, sort of Ben-Hur style, and you're able to pull the cart to the side. It doesn't take any damage. Who is up next? Go for it.
Saride.
Bonus action, Mantle of Inspiration. So everybody gets 8 temp hit points.
Okay.
And if you want, you can use your reaction to move 30 feet, or your movement, I don't know. But it's there.
Can I do that like with the cart or?
You already used your reaction to handle.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
true.
But those of you that are on the ground, if you want to use that to run and jump on the carts that are now starting to speed away, so you don't get left behind, that might be a good plan.
I will just run 30 feet forward,
Okay.
staying on the ground for a little bit,
Okay.
just to be more versatile than where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already driving the cart, so
If you're driving it, you're on it. It was the two people that weren't driving carts that have the potential to be left behind.
Yes, and I'm going to hop on to one of the carts as it passes by because I was in front of the carts.
Yes.
So whichever one's in front, I'm just going to hop right on.
Cool. We'll call that the reaction of the movement. No check needed. You, as one of the carts comes riding by, you want to jump on Saride's?
That's the first one, then yep.
Cool. There you go.
And then I will, while I'm driving, just start singing my "Hey, Don't Be Afraid" song,
Okay.
and cast Counter Charm. So we have advantage against wisdom saves against being charmed or frightened
Okay.
Nice.
until my next turn. I don't know. It's something new. I'm just,
Oh yeah.
Cool.
guys, listen to this song I just learned.
So that sounds good. I'm gonna give your horses a wisdom save to see if they continue to panic or not. So with advantage, that's a 9. But I don't think horses have terribly great wisdom. But I'll check on that in a moment. In the meantime, I'm doing it now. Roll me. I need you to make a drive check. Where are horses?
3!
Oh Jesus.
Kill me. Save the cart.
Oh dear cat lord.
Oh, sweet bot.
Oh, I have to go to riding horse? Is that really? Boo. Fucking boo. Shame on you. Okay. 9. 9 is not enough. So the horses are still panicked. As a reaction, you go to grab the reins. They crash into one of the carts ahead. I would like you to write down for me on your cart. It has taken
Cart damage.
6 points of cart damage.
Don't forget the stick. I don't know what it does still, but use the stick.
What's the total for the cart?
We don't know. So
I guess this one was carte blanche. Yeah.
All right, and that's how we lost Megan. Megan's never coming back. Up next,
Talroth.
Talroth.
oh boy.
So, Talroth, you can do your normal actions and use your reaction to drive, but while your horses are panicked, you'll be at disadvantage. on driving, and so it's like an action to try to calm down the horses and then control the cart. If that's what you want to focus on, or if you want to do something else, that's up to you. Just giving everybody that's driving, trying to give you guys clear information.
No, I'm actually going to take my turn just getting the cart and horses under control.
Okay, so make me an animal handling check, please. And I'll give you advantage because there's the "Don't Be Afraid" song happening.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be afraid.
Tell that horse to be cool.
Frightened. Don't be frightened.
Oh, thank God for the advantage. That's a 17.
17.
Nice. Okay,
so you are able to calm down your horses. You can make your drive check as a reaction at flat.
You know what the song is, Woody?
What?
Running, 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 running,
That's we're
running.
running. Got to keep us running all day.
Panic Borderlands song.
So the vehicles check, it was Dex, right?
Yes.
So that is a 15 total.
15 total. Okay. Yeah, you are able to once the horses sort of you snap the reins and you kind of get them back together, they start panicking, they stop pulling in opposite directions, and one of the other carts that you guys are starting to catch up to now, their horses are panicked and they sort of veer towards you. You, Ben-Hur, drive the cart away from them. Doing good. No damage on your end. Any bonus action you want to do? Because rogues have extra bonus action stuff they can do.
Is Treasure on my cart?
No, she is on Sarai's.
So it's just me on my cart. Okay.
I believe so, yes.
Tell our story.
Unless I can, like, bonus action dash the cart. Just kind of kick the reins to get him going faster.
Sure. Yeah. I'll let you do it. They pick up speed. Maybe not like a full dash, but yeah, you kick the reins, they pick up speed. You've already shown that they're calm and in control. So, done and done.
And in the back of my mind, just, oh, thank God I've been taking lessons from Sirach.
There you go. Up next.
Just me.
Do it.
So you said that there was one wyvern and wyvern rider that kind of seemed to be in, like, the leader.
Yes, the fancier one is the leader.
Perfect.
Yeah, he seems to be up towards the front.
Okay.
And he seems a little pissed off because his stuff didn't go right.
I have a range of 600 feet.
Yeah.
And sharpshooter means that I don't have disadvantage.
You can
So I'm going to shoot the man.
Absolutely.
Except I would like to shoot the wyvern that he's riding.
Great.
Hoping to kill it and have him plummet to his death.
Got it. Yeah. Sounds good.
So I'm going to implement sharpshooter. So it's a -5 for +10 damage. So that is a 17.
Hits.
Ah, yes, perfect. Then I'm also going to make this a grasping arrow.
Ooh, okay.
So it will do an extra 2d6 poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it will take an additional 2d6 slashing damage the first time on each turn it moves 1 foot or more.
Yeah.
As brambles wrap around it.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I do. And the +1 arrows, are they +1 to damage and attack, or just attack?
Both.
Both? Okay, that's what I thought. So that's 4, 8, 9,
Right,
19.
let me find us some.
19 points of piercing damage and 7 points of poison for 26 points of damage.
Okay, 26 you said?
Yes. 7 of which was poison. I don't know if that matters.
Ooh, it does not.
Okay. And then I will shoot again. Natural 20.
Natural 20,
Hey.
nice.
Nice. Okay, so I do 8, 12, 23 points of damage on the second attack.
23 points of damage on the second.
Sharpshooter is putting in work.
Wow. Yeah. Two huge arrows into the wyvern. It screeches out in pain. The guy riding it struggles to sort of hold it up. The brambles begin to wrap around it. Who is next? Is it the bad guys? Yes.
I believe so.
So he
yes.
automatically takes that 2d6 because that wyvern has to keep flying.
So he will take 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right, that wyvern is officially bloodied. Nicely done. So, the lead wyvern sort of whips about and is gonna come dive bombing at Clever Stitch, and as you do, some of the other wyverns sort of, as it does, some of the other wyverns sort of filter behind into this wing pattern. At the same time, the students of the Magnus Exploratorium, these upperclassmen, some of them hanging off the sides, some of them poking their heads out from like their covered wagons and carriages and things like that. You can see just this blitz of like Scorching Ray, a few people casting things like magic missile, stuff that isn't gonna miss, right? Pretty. They don't have like a ton of magical skill, but they stick to things that are like, it'll auto hit. It's a big enough area. Sure. I don't have to aim. Whatever the magical shotgun version of that is, right?
Brain break, kid.
Yeah.
Nope.
The two winged wyverns on his side, they sort of peel off as they take the bulk of that damage. It looks like the leader and the two wyverns that were behind you guys that dropped that rear trap portion, those are the ones that seem to be what you have to worry about. The others are getting magicked, pelted at them, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay? So Wyvern is going to claw and stinger at Clever Stitch. One is going to miss with a natural 4. The claws, however, are a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, do that. And so that is going to be 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
As you come running forward, the wyvern comes dive bombing in. Its stinger tail comes whipping up just past you, and then as you sort of look by, as the stinger on the tail goes like right by your shoulder and face, you turn just into these massive claws that scrape along your shoulders and armor, sort of twist your body a little bit, but you keep running as the wyvern has to wheel back around to try to make another pass. Next turn. The other two, since Saride is in the lead cart, it is going to be one stinger attack against Treasure, one the claws against Saride. Treasure up first. I don't know that either of those will hit. Well, actually, excuse me, Saride has no armor. So 13.
For me?
No, for Saride. You got a 12. Treasure misses on a 12.
Rat.
What do you got, Treasure?
I'm at 18. I'm just asking because I also wanted to ask, is Saride within distance where I can sentinel this thing?
You could, but I believe you used your reaction getting on the wagon.
You're right. Okay.
But normally, yes. So in the future, when it comes by, yes. So the claws try to snatch Saride up and off of. That's the wrong set of dice. Up and off of the creature. That is going to be 15 points of slashing damage.
I'm bloodied.
Okay. The last wyvern is going to Soraka's. I think Sorak's next, and Talroth, you also hit your dash, right? So you and Sorak are sort of in place now. So Sorak is evens, Talroth is odds. There we go. Odds. Talroth. 2 attacks. Both of those are natural 15s, plus 7 for 22.
No, I'm just gonna summon my power of whiskey, and yeah, they both hit.
Sounds good. The power of whiskey makes you think you are safe, but you are not. So the first one is 11 points of damage. And for the second one, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 15.
15. Oh, you barely succeed, which is good. The poison of the wyvern stinger hits your body, and you immediately can feel the death beginning to creep up and inside of you. But you are able to shake it off. So instead, you are going to take 9 points of slashing damage plus... I have to type this one.
I had already used my reaction, right?
Yeah, to control the horses. Plus 15 points of poison damage.
Ooh.
So 9 slashing, 15 poison.
Yep.
Remember, you guys had 8 temp.
Had 8 temp.
I know.
But it's better than not.
That's true.
Okay.
I'm about to be a wyvern queen.
That is it for the wyverns. Who's up next?
Next it's Treasure.
Treasure.
How close is this thing to me? Because I could apparently I could try to do something real dumb.
Yes.
What do you want? What do you want to try to do?
I want to grapple it so it doesn't run away.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. They're not flying by like they had to fly to kind of get in range. They're kind of flying as you guys are riding, so it's more like a chase scene. I'll let it. Go for it. Do it.
Okay.
Mount the wyvern. Take control of the
I'm gonna
wyvern.
get on that thing in about 5 seconds.
Take
Okay.
control of it.
What's it gonna be? It's gonna be my attack plus whatever I roll, correct?
To grapple,
Grapple's a strength check, right?
it's an athletics check,
Strength?
I believe.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Opposed athletics check.
16 plus 7.
Is a
Nice.
23 versus a 12 plus 4 for a 16. So yes, you do grapple it. You grab onto one of its claws as it goes riding by, and you sort of swing up on it. Your arms wrapped around it. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna kick the rider off. This is mine now.
Okay, we'll call it a bonus action for the melee attack roll. We'll do opposed athletics again as you attempt to shove the rider off.
Roll a 20, roll a 20, roll a 20.
I didn't. I rolled a 17. Still really good.
Yeah.
I'm okay
yeah.
with that.
Total of 19, and your athletics is a 24. So you get a hold of the foot of the wyvern. And you sort of start to swing your leg over. The lizard folk turns, sees you, and starts to like grab at your hand. And you just reach up with the other hand and like grab it by the scruff frills and like toss it behind you as it sort of flops down with a big rolling thud.
Yes.
Exactly, behind you.
Now let's attempt to take control of this flying lizard. That's going to be the real hard part.
That'll be your reaction if you do so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt it.
Okay. Make me an animal handling check. It's going to be at disadvantage because this is a trained wyvern and you are not its master.
I'm also not known for flying, so let's...
Right, yeah, I mean, there's other reasons, but we'll just cite those for now.
Nat 1?
A natural 1. Okay. So you are on it. It knows you are not its master. It is not pleased with you, but it'll have to figure out what to do with you next turn, on its next turn. Okay? Okay, new round. All right. I see the ace up top with Clever Stitch. He's writing down what order everybody's going in. Looks like Mars is on a king. Saride, I think, is last.
What were you on, Cody?
5. I'm second to last, I think. Everybody, me, then Saride.
Don't die before I get to you. Love you, bye.
I make no promises.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so fuck this wyvern, man. So I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
And I think...
Are you on his bridge?
What?
You want me out your ravine? You're gonna have to kill me, wyvern. Fuck your ravine, wyvern. Shh, don't say that. What? I want to see the wyvern.
Let's see. I think if I use
God damn.
You're welcome.
arcane
Thank you, Cody.
shot,
Yeah, I know what my job here is.
yeah, I think it will negate out the grasping arrow, which sticks around. So instead, I will just shoot the man,
Okay.
sharpshooter style, like always.
Okay. Yeah, you time your shot so it. I'm not caring about if you're in melee, if you're not in melee for most of
I
this.
have crossball expert,
Great.
so it
So
actually
that doesn't matter. Well, good.
Yep,
right.
not anymore. So that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
20 points of damage.
Okay.
Una más.
Por favor.
Another dirty 20, much less damage, however. 16 points of damage.
Ooh. It is holding on, but one more shot, even at the lower end, and it will drop.
Well, when it moves on its turn, it will take 2d6 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Do you
But
want?
I'm done.
Do you want to action surge?
Oh, I forget that fighters can do that. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. You don't have to shoot this one. You can shoot a different one if you want, but I just wanted
No,
to.
I'll shoot this one first.
Okay. All right.
And then see if it dies. And it should. That's a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
And that's 20 points of damage.
Yeah, with a 4-point overkill, the third arrow that you drop into this wyvern in as many seconds, just in rapid pulls, the bowstring snapping like a thunderous, I don't know, machine gun, sort of catches the wyvern. We're gonna give him I was gonna say reflex save, dex save. With a natural 3, he fails. So the leader of these lizard folk that was on that wyvern, as it starts to fall to the ground, tries to like dismount and leap off, but the wing catches him and he falls with it into the ground, far behind you guys as your horses continue to race.
Good. And then with my last attack from that action surge, I will shoot at the rider that was on that wyvern, because
Okay. Well,
fuck him.
I mean, you can kill him.
I know.
Yeah, great.
I know. He's not gonna hurt us.
Yeah,
but
hold on. Clever Stitch, quick question for you. Last
Yes.
turn, we just didn't really have you move. We just had you kind of moving normal. Did you want to try to get on one of the carts? I'm afraid of you getting left behind.
I will use this turn. I'll use my feline agility to
Okay.
double my speed,
Okay,
and then hop on a cart that way.
great. Okay, just
Um,
wanted to double check because then I do
absolutely.
have to track all the monsters that are left behind.
Yes.
It's just monsters in Clever
no.
Stitch just hanging
I
out in
will-
the back.
Nope, absolutely not. And I'll just shoot that man because I hate him.
Okay.
An 18 to hit
Yeah.
for 24 damage.
Okay. That guy is bloodied. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Okay, after Clever Stitch, I believe it's Talroth on the king.
So one of them did come down and try to bite me and all
It
that.
did. It clawed and stung you. So that one's keeping pace with your wagon. It's right there. What would you like to do?
Now, since Sirach and I were neck and neck, is he between Sirach and I?
Sure. Yeah.
Would that qualify for a sneak attack?
If you hold your attack until Sirach threatens it, I'll give it to you. Because so far Sirach's just been driving. All right, wait.
No, I shot the driver off. I shot the
That's
rider
right.
off of that
So
one.
yes, that's fine. Yeah, I'll say he's threatening it. He's got a weapon out. That works. Go for it.
All right. So yeah, he bites me. I'll bite him back.
Okay.
Sneak attack with teeth.
Ah.
It's like when
That
you have a
is
dachshund and you didn't see them.
That is a 21 to hit.
A 21 absolutely hits.
So 22 slashing damage.
Okay, 22 slashing damage. Nice. Almost, that one is almost bloodied. Bonus action?
And this was the wyvern that does not have a rider. This was one that
Correct.
had dive bombed us.
Yep, this is the riderless one. Yep.
Yeah, just to kind of get him off of me. Would I be able to try to kind of hide from his sight? It's
I
like
don't-
bonus action hide, just to kind of get away from his line of sight.
No, because you can't move. You're on the cart, right? You can move the whole cart, but if you leave where you're standing and like driving the horses, you can't duck in the thing to get under the cover and drive. That's the issue. If you wanted to quit driving, then you could, but that's up to you.
No, I'll just keep driving.
Okay, so make me a bonus action. I'll give you the drive check, the vehicle check, dexterity based.
7.
Okay, so it's gonna actually, your wagon wheel hits one of the larger fallen rocks that got shattered, and everything sort of bumps and upsets. It's gonna take 8 points of cart damage. If you could keep track of that for me. It's still rolling. It doesn't seem to be impeding its usability just yet, but you felt it. All right, who's next?
Treasure.
Treasure, you're on this wyvern.
And it's clearly not happy with me.
It is not happy with you. In fact, as it's moving, make me a athletics check just to hold on, because it's like spiraling, doing that barrel roll.
Yeah. I got a 17.
Yeah, you hold on. Absolutely.
But I'm gonna try to do something crazy now because I'm seeing Talroth and Sirach are having trouble, and its barrel rolling gave me a terrible, horrible, wonderful idea.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna track this wyvern into the other one.
Okay.
And if I know I'm gonna get booted. I know this thing's gonna eventually get me off, so I'm gonna try to land in either Sirach or Talroth's cart at that point.
Okay. Make me a animal handling check at disadvantage as you try to steer it. You can use your strength for this.
That actually wasn't too shabby. That's a 16.
A 16? Okay. So strength-based animal handling is you're just like pulling its head, trying to force it to turn to another way. Oh, you do. So that is a 10, which does beat it, and 16 is higher than the other wyvern's armor class. Okay. Roll me 2d6.
That is a 5 and a 6. 'Cause we
Okay.
don't roll ones. Treasure's house.
Nice. 11 points of damage as the wyverns come crashing into each other, each of them taking 11 points of damage. Would you like to jump off of the wyverns now?
Yes, I am trying to land in either Sirach or Talroth's cart, whichever one I can more safely land in.
Talroth would be the one. Talroth or Sirach. Yeah, so you could take either. Make me
Again, whichever one.
Make me an acrobatics check. You're gonna try to fall with style.
If she lands on me, can I uncanny dodge that?
Sure.
That was a 13.
A
Flat.
13. Okay. Sirach is the one with the cover, or you can land on Talroth's. Which would you like to do?
I'd probably want to land in the open one so I don't break the cover.
Okay. So yeah, you go thumping into the bed of the back one. You're going to take 2 points of fall damage. Cool. All right. Up next is
Sirach.
Sirach.
Rock.
So now between me and Talroth, there are 2 wyverns.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Bonus action to move my hunter's mark to the wyvern that I had hit the rider off of.
Got it.
So he's taken the most damage.
Yep.
And I'm going to attack him with my bow.
Okay.
And I'm going to drop the dice and roll it again.
Less okay.
Oh, that's not going to hit. That's a 13.
That barely hits.
Oh, son of a gun. Yeah, I knew that would happen.
13 is their armor
Okay,
class.
that first is going to be 7 plus 4. So that will be 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay.
All right, not down yet. I will hit him again for, that's better, 22.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's going to be 6 plus 4 for 10 damage.
10 points of damage. All right. A couple more good arrows and the wyvern is down. This one is not down yet, but it will be. So yeah, anything else, Sirach? Reaction drive check.
I was going to say bonus action, but yeah, reaction for drive check.
Yeah, you bonus action.
And that's the... Oh, I bonus action getting Hunter's Mark over.
Yep.
And that's Dex, right?
Yeah, or strength. I'll take either, but I think Dex is your
I'll
better.
go with Dex.
Yeah.
That's 19 plus 4 for 23.
23. Yeah, you're able to drive the cart. Absolutely. You're dodging rocks that are in the road. You're dodging luggage that's falling off of the wagons in front of you.
I'm just imagining that I trained with Attila the Hun, and
Yeah.
so like I'm riding, like I'm on one leg on each horse, Jean-Claude Van Damme with
Yeah.
with those, and then
Yeah, absolutely. You are yeah. I can add nothing to that beauty. So the wyverns are up. There's 2 of them that are left. It's going to be 2 attacks on Treasure because she tried to ride one, and then 1 attack on Talroth, 1 attack on Sirach. So do Treasure first. Natural 19 and a natural 1. The 19 plus 7 for a 26 will hit. That's going to be... Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I'm supposed to be good at these, so let's see.
You're supposed to be.
Your mouth to God's ears.
Eh, that is a 12.
Okay, a 12 fails. So you are going to take... You take 12 points of slashing damage, and then you take 29 points of poison damage.
Ow. I'm standing, but I'm bloodied. Ow.
Yeah, when the I am so sorry. Talroth, you saved against the poison, didn't you? And I told you 15. You took 8. 15 is what I rolled. You get 7 hit points back. I am so sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I rolled very poorly against you. I rolled very well against Treasure. I am sorry to both.
That's okay. Thank goodness I am a tank.
You in fact are. The poison does seep into your tiefling body. Your gold skin sort of turns a greenish hue underneath, sort of like a weird oil slick, as just the poison creeps over you. That is it for the first one. Claws against Talroth, Stinger against Sirach. Claws first. 18 to hit Talroth, 21 to hit Sirach.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, so Claws is 12 points of damage against Talroth. And Sirach, I need a Constitution saving throw.
That's gonna be a 13 for Sirach.
That's gonna fail. So that is
Yep.
9 points of slashing damage. Plus
37.
21 points of poison damage.
10-4.
Okay.
I still had my reaction, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna sucker punch the one that just hit Talroth.
Cool.
Because
Do
how
it.
dare.
Yeah. Do
And
it.
since I have Tavern Brawler, she's just gonna straight up cold cock this wyvern.
Okay. Let's do it.
That's a 19 to hit.
Absolutely.
For 6 damage, and if I remember correctly, now it can't move.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. So it'll start to fall back.
That was the point.
All right. So ride.
Okay, babies, who's looking worse?
I'm good. Don't worry about me.
I need numbers.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 46, I'm about a 14.
Treasure, where you at?
I'm at a 23 and about to cold cock more teeth out of this wyvern for a necklace.
Hooky. So bonus action, Mantle of Inspiration again. Everyone have 8 hit points temporarily, because that's the best I can do for everybody. Stitch, if you want to use 30 feet of movement to, I don't know, get on a fucking cart.
I'm already on a cart.
Get on my cart, you child.
Clever
No,
Stitch, cat jumps
you cannot
over.
make me.
Oh, that's right. You are a cat, so he won't go where you want him to go.
And I would like to use my action to put a glass of water on the seat next to me on the cart to lure Stitch.
I knock it over. I appear.
There it is. Got it. Done.
And then, oh fuck, wait, okay. Can I swap something as a bonus action for an action? So like, because Mantle of whatever the fuck is a bonus action, so is Healing Word?
Yes. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
So she'll look back at Tauroth and in Sylvan, and she's gonna make her voice as dry and clearly sarcastic as possible. Say, am I that transparent? I want you, I need you, oh baby, oh baby.
Heal for sarcasm?
I just need you to know that I rolled on my own a 4 for my insight check of +6.
Mm-hmm.
So Sirach does not realize that that was sarcasm.
12 hit points.
A total of 10, though. Natural 4 plus 6 for you, The Rock?
No, natural 4 + 2.
Oh, okay. 6, yeah.
So
Okay.
a total of 6, yeah.
Mid-battle sarcasm, not Sirach's strong suit.
Apparently
No.
not, no.
He doesn't know how to break it to Thousand is the worst part.
No. he's having his own internal struggle right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for thinking she's stupid enough to do that out loud in public.
People do crazy things when they're in love, you know? Jeez.
Yeah.
Also, this is my love face.
With a 6 on insight, you don't know. Oh, new round.
New round.
Sorry, Cody.
You're good. So, I believe it is Matthew, then Sirach, and then Tauroth, and then me, and then the ladies.
Look at those good numbers, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so there
7 is the
are
lowest I can go.
2 wyverns left.
There are
Yeah?
2, yes, 2 wyverns left. One that is really not good, one that is not bad. But that one has fallen behind.
Gotcha. I will shoot the one that looks really not good.
Great.
Or wait, does that one have a treasure next to it?
Yes, that one treasure is close enough to be
Then
able-
I'll shoot the one that's falling behind just because I have range
Cool.
and not everybody does.
Great.
Sharpshooter like normal. That is a 18 to hit
Still hits.
because I'm not using my +1 arrows. That's 11, 21 points of damage.
Okay. Nice.
And then attack numero dos. 16 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 16 points of damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, nice. So the 2 arrows come slamming into it. You're catching this one because it's behind, and you're sort of riding on the cart like in its winged shoulders, and it's in pain. It doesn't like it. Sirach. Then it's me.
Gonna try and finally take out this the one that's next to
Treasure.
that I've been shooting at this whole time, the one next to treasure.
Yep. Do it.
I'm going to also cast Planar Warrior on it.
Okay.
So the next hit is a D8 plus. So that's going to be 19 to hit.
Absolutely.
So that's 2d8 and a d6. For 10 plus 4, 14 damage.
Okay, 14 damage. Nice. Next shot.
Oh, still up. That'll be a dirty 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be 8 plus 4 for 12 damage.
12 damage. That's showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to us, Sirach. Anything special?
With the final shot, I see it like keeping up with our pace, but limping. And as my eyes have the gray planar energy around them, and I just let loose the final arrow, the twisting energy of Hunter's Mark, and just straight in the little, because we know every single dragon has that little break in the chest where the weak spot, and just straight in there and right through out the other backside.
Absolutely. As the viscera sprays out of the back of the wyvern, the one that had begun to fall behind, those of you that speak Draconic, you can hear the yells of its commanders, some of those fallen, twisted lizard folk calling for it to cut off its chase. I would like one final drive check from everybody driving a cart, please.
That's the one I mess up. The final one. 9.
Okay.
Nat 20. At 25.
Nicely done.
14.
Nice. Sirach, your cart is going to take 6 points of cart damage. Just rolling over. Again, you hit like a large rock, maybe a little pothole or something like that. It rattles, it shakes, everything stays on. You guys make it out of the ravine, and the riders continue to rush. Thozen was up ahead in one of those larger carts. You guys remember Olaroon sort of flying around, angelic winged, fighting wyverns, obviously. No way that wasn't happening. And Fable just hurling fire into the sky at different points.
Follow the scorch marks.
Yes, absolutely. As you guys make it out of the ravine, and about 3, 4, 5 minutes afterwards, the beasts and the horses are exhausted. They were like sprinting through that ravine once the rock slide started to happen. So as you guys ride, they can, I think, ride for like 20 minutes like that or so. And at that point, they are exhausted. But you guys feel safe. You keep an eye on the ravine, and there does not seem to be much that is giving chase. That is where we are going to end for the night. Thank you guys for sticking with us. We did run a little late. I apologize for that, but I think it was a pretty epic fight. You guys did a wonderful job. So thanks for hanging out with us. Congratulations to our winner for those Norse Foundry coins. Woo! We will be sending those to you. And we have some other giveaways that we still do need to send out. We're working on getting packaging and stuff for that. We apologize for the delay. Other than that, we are going to say goodnight. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. But until then, be cool.